Yeah, hi guys, Peter back for yet another video. Today I thought I'd do an album versus album video where we sort of talk a bit about a couple of albums. They could be same band or different band. And we just give a little bit of a review, not a full review, just a mini review, so to speak. And then we come what we think to a decision, what we think is what album we prefer or is better. So it's up to personal taste, a lot of these album versus albums. But I thought I'd do Pink Floyd today because I haven't done Pink Floyd for quite a while. Now, Roger's in the news at the moment, Roger Waters, with that Ozzy Osbourne comment, which is, well, that's I might talk about that another time. That's a story for another video. Many people have commented on that, of course. You can find that on YouTube, people talking about that. But getting back to band, great band, space rocky, I guess you call. Some people think they're a full prog. I think they've got elements of prog myself. I don't think they're a full prog band. I think they've got elements of it. And yeah, they're very inventive sort of band. Very clever guys. Good musicians, really good. Gilmore, I think, is a special guitar player. And Roger's creativity, he's a bass player as well. They both sing. I think that Dave's got a real awesome voice. I prefer his voice to Roger's, actually. And they got, of course, Rick. The great lineup was Rick Wright and Nick Mason, sorry. And they had the Sid Barrett earlier period, which is quite different. But today I'm going to talk about two of their albums, getting back to the subject. Two of my favorites. 1975's Wish You Were Here, and the one that followed it, 1977's Animals. So I'm going to put them against each other. Now, they're very high on my list, these albums. And I will reveal at the end where they stand in my ratings. But I want to talk about both the albums and give you a decision on what I think is I prefer. But there's not much in it in this case. We'll start with Wish You Were Here. Now, this is a 5-track album, as is Animals, but you get a lot of lengthy tracks, a lot of instrumentation. Now, it starts off with Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 1 to 5. Now, I've said before, this could be my favorite Pink Floyd track, period. I just love it. It starts off, it just comes in slowly. You get that great guitar part from David Gilmour, and it just sort of builds. So it's like 13 minutes, but it builds, and around the 8-minute mark, the vocals come in, and it's just so melancholic and so soaring. There's something. It's just a wonderful piece. A brilliantly written song by the band, and it's up there with one of my favorite songs ever. Of course, it's a wonderful piece. At the end, there's some sax in the song, and of course, a lot of this album's themes have to do with Sid Barrett, of course. Who I think appeared in the studio around that time, and they couldn't recognize him, which is quite sad, actually. But getting back to Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 1 to 5, brilliant opening track. Can't speak highly enough of it. Then, if you're talking vinyl, to end the side is the 7 minutes or so. Welcome to the Machine. A great piece. Just a wonderful sort of atmospheric type track. Just a wonderful piece to end that side. And the guys, on this album you got Waters singing quite a bit, and you got Gilmour singing, and that's a great song. And now a lot of these songs would be vying for my favorite track off this album. over time it could be one or the other, but I'd have to go with my favourite with Shine On You Crazy Diamond. But getting back to Welcome to the Machine, a great track also, a great piece. Then you got Have a Cigar. This is basically a rock tune. I like the opening guitar part from Gilmore, sung by Roy Harper, because the band couldn't make a decision on who was to sing it, and they said to Roy Harper, you can take the vocal. So he did the vocal. So it's quite unusual to have a non-member of the band singing the song, but that's what they did. I love Have a Cigar. I find it great. I love the guitar playing at the end by Gilmore as well. It's quite wonderful. And then one of their greatest pieces, the title track, Wish You Were Here, a wonderful track, been on the radio forever. Just a killer, just a beautifully written song, very acoustic driven and very, it's got that longing feeling in the song. It's got that, Wish You Were Here. It's got that a melancholy. It's got a sadness to it in a way. And it's great song. No more to be said. Everyone knows that one. And then ending it off, which bookends the albums, the other Shine On You Crazy Diamonds, part 6 to 9. This is more of the same from the first one. Awesome, and I'd taken them as one song actually, but you get the first part would probably a little more impressive than the second part, I would say, but as a joint thing there, it's just all wonderful, the whole Shine On You Crazy Diamond package from the front end and the back end. So all in all, it's a great track, then which way you look at it, the end part or the front part. But, a wonderful album by the band. And, so that's that one, 1975's Wish You Were Here. Nearly, probably equally as wonderful. I'll just talk about it before I give you what I think. Animals, 5 tracks again. Now, it's got some, ends with 2 short songs. The first song, Pigs on the Wing, part 1, and Pigs on the Wing 2, part 2. At the end, just a short acoustic 1 minute or so track. It's quite nice with the Roger on both, doing the vocals on both. So that's the front and the end of the album. Now in between we get The Wonderful Dogs, which is 17 minutes of David Gilmour brilliance on the guitar. It's a long piece. It drags you in. There's a lot of instrumentation in it. It's just not all. And both of the guys, Gilmour and Waters, do vocals on this song. It's a great piece. I just love it. Not my favourite song on the album, but it's a wonderful piece nonetheless, Dogs. Then we get Pigs, 3 different ones. I like this. I especially like the end guitar solo where as a song trails off, you hear the guitar solo, but Pigs, 3 different. He's talking on this album about society. It's based on Animal Farm. The people in society, the sheep, we'll talk about later, dogs and so on, government and all that sort of thing. And Pigs, 3 different ones though, just a great piece. He's talking about certain people in government and in that song at the time, and a very thought-provoking lyricist is Waters, as we all know. And that's a wonderful piece. As I said, I love that end guitar solo. Sheep is my favourite song, and I love Sheep. I just love the rollicking pace of it, and especially the end part. Everyone knows that guitar part at the end. Well, the guys are all in good form on this. You got Waters, Gilmour, and Rick Wright with his keyboard and synth work, and of course Nick Mason is particularly an understated drummer. I find him quite underrated actually. I love his work on a lot of the Floyd albums. As Sheep, I said, with that end guitar part is wonderful. It's just got a rollicking pace to it. It doesn't let up, and just for me, my favourite song on the album. Other people probably pick Dogs, I know that, but I think Sheep. And for Wish You Were Here, I have to go for Shine On You Crazy Diamond, the first section, although both are great. So both great albums. Gilmour is in it's probably Nelly Gilmore's greatest work as a guitarist. Animals, I must say, he's quite breathtaking on this album. Now we get what I prefer. I'm gonna well, I would say with if you put Dark Side into this, they'd be like my three favorite Pink Floyd albums. But out of these two, I'm gonna go for Wish You Were Here as a winner. As a winner, it is my favorite Pink Floyd album, and it always has been. I just can't find any flaws in it, although I can't with Animals also. But I just give it the edge because of Shine On You Crazy Diamond. And you got Wish You Were Here and the other stuff as well. But both great. You can't go wrong either way. But I prefer Wish You Were Here. And Animals would probably be my number 2 or 3 Pink Floyd album in the whole catalogue. Probably behind Dark Side. Probably put it 3. Sometimes it can be 2, but it's never been 1. It's right up there though. But in this case, Wish You Were Here wins over Animals. But both great albums. There's no right or wrong answer. I just Wish You Were Here has always been my favorite Pink Floyd album. So that's that, guys. I'll stop rattling on now and I'll let you guys give me what you prefer. And you might like one of these albums, or you might love both like me. And just, yeah. So I have to go with Wish You Were Here, though, over Animals. But yeah, it's not a runaway win, but it's a win, yeah. Okay, guys, comment, subscribe, share, and all those things. I'll be back for many more videos to come. Hope you're enjoying the channel. I've got a few requests to do, and I've been doing a few shorts too. Hope you're enjoying those. They're just a bit of information like dates in rock music and all that sort of thing. But I hope you enjoy them as well. Bye for now, guys. See you for the next one. Bye for now. Bye.